So, my name is Cynthia Alvarado, and I did my educational report on Robert Sargent Shiffer Jr. So, Robert was born on November 9th, 1915, in Westminster, Maryland, and he was always very intelligent in school, and he ended up going to Yale University in 1934, and he graduated with a bachelor's. And after that he attended Yale Law School, and he graduated with his LL.B. in 1938 from Yale Law School at the age of only 26. And after he attended school, he decided to join the U.S. Navy, and he served for 5 years. And after he came back, he received the Purple Heart Award because he was wounded, so he came back wounded, and he received that award. But after he came back, he met his true love, Eunice Kennedy, who was actually the sister, or is the sister of John F. Kennedy. Yes, President John F. Kennedy. So they became brother in laws. And during his life, he was always dedicated to serving others, and he became the founding director of the Peace Corps in 1961. And he was always wanting to serve people, and since John F. Kennedy was his brother-in-law, he became very involved with politics, and that's how the Peace Corps came along. He was actually, I guess, he motivated, and that was his vision, and he shared it with John F. Kennedy, and that's how the Peace Corps came along. And he also became the director of the Office of Economic Opportunity in the Johnson administration in the mid-1960s. He was also U.S. ambassador to France from 1968 to 1970, which seems like a very big deal. And he and his wife were always wanting to serve people and kids. They loved kids. They actually had 5 kids, and they had 19 grandchildren. And in 1980, they both decided to start, it's what's called the Special Olympics, and that's where the people with disabilities like mentally retardation and Down syndrome kids and people are able to participate in sports and become athletic and participate in competitions just like the Olympics, but it's only for special people. And they both were the founders of that and created that in 1980. And he became the chairman in 1990, and it became so popular that it grew internationally, and that was his big contribution. He, the Peace Corps and Special Olympics became such a big deal, and people started volunteering a lot, and people were getting involved in the Special Olympics, and it was such a great thing for the United States. So the impact that he had today is so great. I remember being in elementary school and people making fun of and teasing the kids that were in special education, and it was very sad to me. And in high school, I decided to get involved with that, and there was a club called Tiller Buddies at my high school, which is where kids would buddy up with a student that had Down syndrome or was in special education or something like that, and we did so many activities. It was so great. And we went to Disneyland, we had picnics. It was really a great experience, and I was so happy that I did that. And people today are so getting involved in so many things, and we're seeing a lot of service in the world, like the Peace Corps and just like the Red Cross and everything that's been going on with the world. It's been such a blessing to see how he has impacted our world today. And kids today are being more accepted, people that have Down syndrome, and the abortion rate is so high when people find out that if their baby has Down syndrome, then they will have an abortion. It's at about 98% of the people that have abortions are because of Down syndrome, and it's so sad to hear that because everybody is a daughter or son of Heavenly Father, and we have to remember that they are all children of God, and we have to remember to love everyone and to treat everyone equally. And he made such a big statement on that, and he has tried and dedicated his life to serving so many people in the world, and just seeing everyone volunteer, going around the world, being able to travel and helping others and making other people happy is such a blessing. And yes, that's my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it.